Hi beauties, welcome back, or welcome. I so desperately want to shop my stash. Now, if you've been here for a while, you will notice this is not normally where I keep my stash products. That container that I had for them, that beautiful like green thing with the drawers, it broke on me. The lid broke, it broke in several places, and I have not ordered a new one. I don't know that I'm going to order a new one, so I really haven't been shopping my stash per se. I mean, obviously, like when I sit down to do my makeup, that's what I do, but I wanted to film something and, get back into that routine because it is something that I really enjoy. Now, this is a container that just sits inside one of the drawers in this vanity here. So these are just like single shadows. This is where I keep my eye stuff, like mascaras. You'll see my glitter primer. I have my brow stuff in there, tweezers, that type of thing. This is kind of where I have very briefly kind of mentioned this on my channel before. I just randomly decided to do like an impromptu project pan. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I just grabbed some stuff like about a year ago to see if I could make my way through some products. I have to say, I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I can't get this open, but the only thing I really haven't like made headway on is that Patrick Ta duo. The cream has a pretty nice dip in it. This is pretty much gone. I've used up both of my Fenty Ease Drops. I need to get more. Yeah, I've made some good dents in my shadows. Anyway, so what I probably am gonna do is, I don't know, I know that this space is like really limited, but I guess it's better than nothing. I'll probably put some stash products in here. I don't know, if need be, maybe I'll move my eye stuff somewhere. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get restarted on this whole process. So anyway, let me get all of this stuff out of here and then we will get into my drawers. Okay, so for base products, I just pulled a few. Like I feel like I really need to go through and declutter my foundations and concealers and things. I could get by with literally like 1 or 2 concealers in my entire collection, and I have way more than that. But so this is what I'm going to use. I am still very much into like a skin tint, like a dewy skin tint. I have a wedding coming up in a few weeks, so I wanted to pull something maybe a little bit more, for more like full coverage in. And then I have my SPF and my Revlon Illuminance foundation in here, which is gorgeous. So I'm gonna put my base products up here in this little portion, and then I'm just gonna get some use out of these concealers. My Neutrogena has got to be almost gone. It just has to be. Like, I've had it for years. So maybe I'll finish that. Okay, doesn't look great, but whatever, that's where we are. Powders, I have one powder that I have been using nonstop. Literally, I have not used any other powders in my collection since I got the Laura Mercier. It's like the Ultra Blur Loose translucent setting powder. I think it's the talc-free one, but oh my god, it's so good. You guys, I have not bought hardly any makeup this year. It's so strange. It wasn't like a conscious decision. I didn't go on an intentional low buy or no buy. I'm just trying to spend my money differently. Anyway, so there's really not going to be a whole lot of new things in here, which is fine with me. I've loved getting use out of the things that I have and love. What I want to do for bronzer, okay, again, I have to think of, my brother's wedding is coming up. I might want to pull in my NARS. This is just so easy, so beautiful. I think I'll pull that in. Kind of want to use a powder too. I love the House Labs. I'll pull that in too. I'll pull in my House Labs. Let's just do those for now. Highlighter. What is that? Oh, that's the Makeup by Mario. You know, I'm gonna pull this in. This is just like an all-time favorite. My Stila Heaven's Hue in Kitten. And something else. I want something else. You know what? I'm gonna pull in my Makeup by Mario in Pearl. It's one of my favorites too. Now, blush. What do I want to do? I don't feel like I've gotten a lot of use out of this. This is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in, what did I get? Bold Heart. Yeah, this is definitely bold. I was not expecting this to be as pigmented as it is. I don't know why. I think I've only used this like once, but I know it's technically fall, but it's still like 90 degrees here. So maybe I'll pull this in, get some more use out of that. What do I want to do? Again, just kind of thinking about this wedding coming up. You know, I do want to get some use out of, where is it? This. I bought this blush this summer and it's so pretty. It's like one of those bubblegum pink colors that was so trendy. I want to get more use out of that. That is the Honest Beauty Cotton Candy. Let's do that. I'm gonna pull in my Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Trio. This is just so effortlessly beautiful. I'll probably wear this to the wedding. And you know what? I've really been wanting to use my Vive blushes. Let's use Pesca. Pesca is one of my favorite blushes ever. Is that good for cheeks? I don't know. I feel like I maybe might end up pulling another bronzer at some point. In fact, you know what? Why don't I do this? I have been loving this since I got it. I forget who recommended this. Maybe Daisy Cash. It's the NYX Wonder Stick. I have the shade, what did I get? Universal Light. Yeah. It's like a bronzer and a highlighter, but it's gorgeous and it's so easy to use. We'll pull that in. And let's talk about eyeshadow. Okay, so eyeshadow, you guys, if you watched either my most recent video or the one right before that, I forget which one it was, but I sort of talked about what I'm doing with my eyeshadows for the time being. So I'm not focusing on my palettes. I'm kind of like forgetting about my eyeshadow palettes for a while. However, I bought the 2 new Flower Beauty palettes. I could not resist. You know how much I love the other 2. This is Garden Lights, and then I got Coastal Lights. Both are so gorgeous. I have not used them yet, so I really want to get some use out of those. So we're gonna pull those in, and then my one singles palette is gigantic. It's gigantic, and it's just a lot to like pull out every time I do my makeup. So I had 2 empty palettes here that are just from Amazon that I decided to pull some of my singles from and just put them in these little palettes. So I'm gonna pull these into, they're just random shades. There's ColourPop, there's JD Glow, there's Give Me Glow. I think there's some Heather Austin and Adept in here. So just a lot of random stuff, but I am going to pull these two in as well to use. And I think that's it. I think that's all I want to do for eyeshadows. Who knows? I may end up using like a cream base or something, but that'll just kind of be as needed. I'm not going to put one in my stash. So let's swatch a couple things. Okay, I guess we're going to try this angle. I did not feel like getting all of my filming stuff out, so I'm just using like a little handheld thing, and it's really top heavy and it's hard to get situated on my vanity. Anyway, so this is what we're going to work with. I don't know. It's kind of pointless to swatch my bronzers, but I'm going to do it anyway. There's my NARS. You guys, I have been really into this Haus Labs bronzer lately. It is really not that impressive, like when you look at it in the pan, when you swatch it, but on the skin, it's lovely. And I've actually been using it a ton in my eye looks. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like there's a little bit of a divot in the corner here because I use it all the time. It's so easy. It has a little bit of like a sheen to it almost. So it's just gorgeous on the eyes. I love it. That's all we're doing for bronzers. Let's do blushes. This Natasha Denona trio, like I said, is gorgeous. Again, the blush isn't really something that, it doesn't swatch great, but absolutely gorgeous on the cheeks. Pesca, I haven't used this blush in so long. I really want to try some of the new things that Vive has come out with too. I really love them as a brand. They're intriguing to me. Here's my Essence Pure Nude blush. This is such a huge blush too. Like, I wish these were a little bit smaller. I am never gonna go through all that. That's the Bold Heart right there. Doesn't look like a lot, but I remember being really intimidated by how pigmented that was on my cheeks. And then this Cotton Candy shade. This is one of those shades that probably does look a little bit intimidating in the pan, but it was so easy to sheer out on the cheeks. Oh my God, I cannot wait to use that. That's gorgeous. Okay, there's all that. I guess we can swatch highlighters. Oh my gosh, the Makeup by Mario is just so completely stunning. So is this one. These are probably some of my favorite highlighters in my collection. Love them. So bottom is Makeup by Mario, top is Stila. And oh, I forgot about this guy. Let's do this. I don't use the highlight part of this stick that much. I mean, look at how like yellow that is. I don't really use that, but this bronzer, it almost is, it's a little bit like a contour shade, but I use it as a bronzer. It's gorgeous, and it is so easy to blend out. Like, no effort. I think I'm just gonna swatch a few of these for you. I'm not gonna swatch all my singles. Sorry, I just don't feel like it. So let's do a few from the Coastal Lights. Did you guys get your hands on these? Like, are you as big of a fan of these palettes as I am? I just, like, I go crazy for these. I go crazy for these palettes. They're so lovely. Like, I knew if and when they launched new shades, I was going to get them. So there's 4 of those shades right there from the Coastal Lights. And let's do Garden Lights. Garden Lights is a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? These ones are, all of the shades in the Garden Lights are I would say more foiled. Like the Coastal Lights is a little bit more satiny. I don't know where to swatch these. We'll do them right here. Yeah, so these are much more foiled, but oh my God. You guys, I'm sure those are getting washed out a little bit. I apologize, but holy cow. Okay, I am so, so very excited to use these. Oh, you know what? We didn't do lips. I was thinking that that was going to be the end of it, but let me pull a few lip products. Okay, you know what, actually? I think we're just going to go with what I have out here, because as I was looking and thinking about it, I have quite a bit of variety out here. So I have a few of my Papa lipsticks. I have a few browns. I have Moira, which is like just a lovely, like kind of mauvey, rosy shade. I have, this is a nude. This is the Urban Decay Naked. I have a few reds. The Charlotte Tilbury Red Hot Susan is one of my favorite red lipsticks. It's gorgeous. I have another nude and red from Vive. This is a nude from Fashion Fair. This is a red from Fenty. So I like the variety that I have here. I'm okay with these lipsticks. Glosses and liners and things like that, I just grab as I need them. I'm not actually going to pull anything into my stash. So that is it. That is everything I'm going to be using for God knows how long, probably at least a few weeks. Like the next few weeks are kind of busy for us. We've got kids' homecomings, my brother's wedding, I have family coming into town. So I'm probably not going to update this for a few weeks, if not a month. So anyway, I am really going to try to be better about taking pictures, getting back into the groove of shopping my stash, because I love it. I love it. I love filming it. I love watching Shop My Stash. I'm pretty sure you guys that are here love watching it. So give me a like, subscribe if you like this kind of content. I would absolutely love to see you stick around for some more. But until then, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, beauties.